Fuck. Abba, 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 abba. Yeah, that's good.
Today is May 16th, 2025, 9:27 p.m. In probably winter of 2017 is when I moved into this house. Not this one right here, but the property that I am living on now. In September of 2023 is when I moved into this house right here, which is not a house at all. It is a shed. It is a Home Depot shed that has been fitted out inside and out, sheetrock, wall texture, cheap vinyl floor paneling, all to make it feel like a house. Living here. I've been living here. That's it. I've been living here. I've been living here just about a year and a half, coming up on 2 years, and I wasn't exactly sure how long I would be living in this exact spot. It's never been something that's really crossed my mind. I just kind of always assumed that I'd be here for a while because I don't know. It's just I like it here. There's like no place else to go. I feel like this town that I've lived in, I have my life properly set up. I have a job that I enjoy with people I like to work with. Let me get my hand on my pocket. And all my stuff is here. All my friends are here. My job is here. Everything is here. I had no intent on ever moving. Maybe when I'm a millionaire, I go down to Orlando once a year. But that's really about it. Um, However, this past week, plans have changed. Not necessarily up to me. And due to unforeseen circumstances, my time left here uh, is probably about a calendar year. House goes up for sale in February, and after that, the day that it gets sold, it'll no longer be mine. I'll have to pack up my bags and leave. Plans are probably going to move to Tennessee, trying to steer it in a direction to where maybe I can move to Georgia or something like that, Atlanta, Georgia, excuse me. There's some work up there, work that I'm interested in. It's within reasonable driving distance of all corners of my family who live down here in this neck of the woods. Um, but really, at the end of the day, it is not up to me. I really don't have a lot of control about what happens up until this point. Really, the only thing that I'm in control of is my things and what I get to take with me. Other than that, this house is not mine to keep, nor is the shed, nor is the backyard. It's not mine, and I've gotten a due date as to when it'll be nobody in the families. And that is just something, while I'm not happy about it, this is something I'm going to have to learn to be content with, which I haven't been, but, change is slow. And a year is a long time, or a terribly short amount of time, depending on how you want to look at it. I started this channel in some year, I don't remember, but I started it as a way to show off the things that I owned. The name is extremely on the nose. I wanted it as a place. I started it when I started collecting DVDs and Blu-rays and CDs. My physical media kick just towards the end of my last job, and it was my idea of a way to sort of justify the things that I was constantly buying, to review what had the best special features, to review the albums that I was most interested in, and to have a way to show it off to people and use my humor as my voice. I've since then only done one episode of things that I own. Technically, there's like 30 or 40 of them. I consider everything that I upload to this channel as a things that I own video, but only one I actually had where I reviewed something that I owned. And it was a video where I lied back on my bed and I reviewed season 2 of The Simpsons, not the actual series, but just the box. I didn't really know what I was doing. I just picked up the box and read the back of it. And then I got tired and then I stopped. So, successful episode, right? But now that I'm faced with the reality that a lot of the things that I own, which is a lot, I own a lot of things. Not all of them are going to be able to come with me. I mean, realistically, they could. I could pack up everything in a box. All the boxes I want to keep could be flattened and packed up into another box. But things will just be easier if I keep the things that I truly, truly care about, the movies that I truly, truly care about, the music that I truly, truly care about, the toys that I truly, truly care about, and the supplies and computers and devices, just all these different things that I care about. Some things just need to stay here, and that is something I am also not okay with, but will have to learn. Um, there is a common idea that has been circulating around in the internet culture of minimalism, where when you throw away things that you no longer need, including sentimental things, you take a picture of them, usually with a Polaroid camera or something like that, however hipster you can get, and you take a photo of the thing that you like. Testing, 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 testing. What is going on? Testing. How do I turn off sleep? How do I turn sleep off? I don't want this thing to fall asleep. But I'll start off with things that I've interacted with today. First off, here we have a Pen Gear Plus pleather notebook. You can get this at Walmart for around about $6 or $8. It is a nice, decently thick notebook. This eye doesn't come on it. I just put that on there, and it's got lots of line pages. You could write some stuff in these lines. I filled up maybe not a lot, but like decent amount with some doodles and some thoughts. Uh, this channel has kind of like turned into almost sort of a diary. Whenever I'm emotionally kind of foggy and I have things on my mind, I'll talk about them on here. If I have news or something I'm excited about, usually I'll talk about it on here. If I have ideas for videos that might work better in other places, please subscribe to Commentary. I might put them on here. But when I don't feel like recording, they'll go in this book. And they're usually a lot more sincere and proper, because inherently when I want to talk, there seems to be some sort of filter on me that is always trying to work in comedy. There's no jokes in this book. Nothing is funny in this book. It's actually kind of like wet and like sad. Not wet and sad like it's an it's not actually sad. I mean, it's a little sad. But it's not like I'm normally sad. I'm not special. This is just like regular sad stuff. So, really I'm telling you to buy a journal. And the Pen Gear Plus brown pleather notebook that doesn't really have it doesn't got a model name. It's a fucking notebook. But that's a good notebook to buy. I say buy that notebook. That's going to get a thumbs up from me, and that's going to be coming with me. Next, for more books, we have Hyperbole and a Half by Ali Broche. Ali Broche. There's not a lot of books by or about webcomic creators that I find interesting or even funny, really. There's a few that have, gotten me every once in a while, but really they're all just kind of, boring and not really memorable. They're not very memorable. This one is, in my opinion, it's very funny, and it is one of the few books that have had the honor to be finished by me. I'm not somebody who reads a lot, and I'm not somebody who finishes a lot of books. I think I finished maybe 5 I'm going to say that it's Where the Red Fern Grows, After Last Tuesday. Those are both school books, so I don't really count them. And Anya's Ghost, Cardboard, but I don't really remember much from it. And Seconds, and Scott Pilgrim. But I'm also not sure if I want to count that because I don't know. Just not sure if I want to. I'm a real sucker for just and I cannot stress enough that this is a compliment. I'm a real sucker for drawings that look like shit, and I don't mean like boring safe drawings. I mean like squiggly, like sort of like evil gremlin type of drawings. This book is very much filled with ugly, weird art that I like. I know how much this book costs new. $20. This book is old. If you could find it for 15, I say pick it up. It's a good read. Next up, we have a drink. If you're old enough to drink, I say get this Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey. I think it tastes good. I don't really know what all alcohol tastes like. I've only had Jack Daniel's. But I mean, the bottle's empty, so you could tell that I liked it. It lasted me about 3 weeks, and I had just about every single glass mixed with sweet tea. So that's how I got it down. Um, this bottle will be coming with me because I doubt I'll be buying much of any more alcohol soon. And I feel like owning the first bottle that I've ever finished is somewhat enough of an achievement to hold on to. And there's a little left in there, so maybe if I there's a little left in there, so maybe if I have a bad day, I could. That's my little jail get out of free card. Anybody who's watched any single video from this channel will know that I have a interest in Ghostbusters. This is a coaster. It's got a cool piece of art on it. I thought it was hand painted for the longest time. I now saying that out loud, I realize how ignorant that is. It's clearly just a print, but I like the print, and I got this when I was, I want to say, 8 or 10, within that ballpark, from the very first comic convention that I've ever been to. So this coaster means a lot to me. I rarely ever use it, actually, especially since I've recently just purchased a water bottle that does not condensate everywhere. My last water bottle, you would be able to leave it on a desk and come back to that entire desk being sopping wet. This would do nothing. So really, coasters just in general are kind of useless to me. If I can't put a drink on it, then it's not a piece of furniture that I want. So coasters aren't really useful to me, but this coaster is special to me. So this is probably going to be coming with me if it doesn't break within the next year. Keep. And last up, what we have is actually a pretty special item to me. I doubt anybody else will have this in their room. I mean, obviously, this specific object they can't have because it's unique to me. But I doubt anybody would have anything like it in their room. And if you do, please let me know. The last item, and I've already decided this is definitely coming with me. The last item in my possession that will definitely be coming with me is this panel from the top of the roof of this house. This house, since the day that it was built, was always this shade of blue. I've always grown up knowing this house as being blue, and that is the color that has always pleased me. Up until about a year ago, it has always been blue, and the owner of the estate decided that they wanted to change the house to be white, which, up to them. I think the house could not look any more plain and boring than it does right now. I always thought a brown and brick accented blue house was always really unique and interesting looking. But now it's just all white, and it just looks boring, and I kind of hate it. But this is the chunk of the old house. One day when I have my own house, it'll be this exact blue. I'll get it color matched and everything. You may notice that there are a few trinkets on the top of the house. This is a wishbone. I'm told to, or I have been told to, let it dry to completion before ever snapping it. It has been 4 years since this wishbone has been pulled from the chicken that we bought it from. So this is more just like an emergency scenario kind of wishbone. Just keep it around for emergencies. This right here, I'm not going to open it up, is a those little paper pamphlet things that you get at funerals. This one was for my grandfather. He liked to fish a lot. I called him Papa. And on here is a dog tag from my great grandfather, or is it twice great grandfather? No, it's one great grandfather. This is for when he either, and I'm going to get this embarrassingly wrong, he either fought in World War II or the Civil War. I know I have a relative that fought in the Civil War for the Confederacy, and I know I have a relative who fought in World War II. Um, if there's a website of databases of Army veterans, somebody look through it for me. I don't feel like doing it. I don't really care what he fought in or who he fought for. He was a soldier. That's important. And he was my great grandfather or twice great grandfather. Can't quite remember. Either way, gotta love him. So, is what it is. Thank you for tuning into this episode of Things That I Own. Uh, yeah.